This is the phase diagram. I can say atoms are touching along the phase diagram. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Sure?
Yes, sir.
Note it down. See, so there is something known as packing fraction. So what is packing fraction? If I ask you, suppose I have given you a task of, I have given you a box and I have given you some tennis balls and I have asked you how efficiently have you packed them. So you can pack them in three ways. Either you can pack them in the style of simple cubic or BCC or FCC as of now. But if I ask you which is the most efficient packing or which is the best packing, what will be your answer? You have to calculate. No, I mean, no the answer. Point was, what will be the best packing in which we have the least space which will be left, right, and the most space which will be occupied. So you have to determine that. What you do, you calculate something known as packing fraction. What is packing fraction? Volume occupied by atoms divided by volume of cube into 100. Clear? So if I say there are Z number of atoms, so what will be the volume of each? What is the volume of cube?
A cube.
So this is the general formula which you can use, and there is no need to remember this formula, right? This is the volume which is actually occupied by the atoms, or this is the volume which is actually occupied by the tennis balls which you are using, and this is the volume of the box which is given to you. Clear? So if I ask you what is the vacant space,
1 minus packing fraction.
or if you take in percentage, it will be 100 minus packing fraction if you take in percentage. Clear? So what's the task for you now? Find packing fraction for A, SCC, B, BCC and C, FCC. Do it now. Calculate. Done?
Yes, sir.
So what is coming out for simple cubic? I can say it will be 1 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. And what is A? So this will come out to be 52%.
Yes.
Or 0.52. That is the answer for everyone.
Yes, sir.
So if I take BCC, it will be See, so what conclusion can you make? That FCC is the most efficiently packed structure, followed by BCC and followed by simple cubic. So I can say it is the why? Because the amount of space in which is occupied in FCC is 74%. Like only 26% is empty or vacant. So you are wasting only 26% space here. You are wasting about 32% space here. And how much are you wasting here? 48%. So this is how you determine what is known as packing fraction. Are we clear? See, if this is a hexagon, now you have something known as hexagonal close packing or HCP. Just listen, just see the diagram first. All these are touching each other. Assume that these are touching each other. Okay?
Yes.
This is also touching something. So what is the case is, after making a lot of assumption that these are touching each other, I can say this is a regular hexagon with the edge length of A. So it will be A. What the vertices of this hexagon are? The centers of the spheres. So if I put 6 spheres like this and I put 1 sphere here in the center. Clear? Are we clear? Okay.
Yes,
Now in this plane, I am putting this triangle implies 3 spheres. Clear? And on the top again I have the same thing. This is generally what is known as a hexagonal closed packing. Okay, HCP. So if I ask you if this is the unit cell, what will be the contribution of all the atoms which are kept at these corners? Since they are kept on the corners of a regular hexagon, so only 1/6 of it will lie in the hexagon. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
So I can say atoms placed at the corners
Sixth will I be.
contributes 1/6. Okay, if I ask you about this atom, hello, if I ask you about this atom, this will be contributing only 1/2. So if I say what is Z for this, I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 atoms at corners and contribution is 1/6 plus 2 atoms, this and this, contributing how much? I'm writing it, this is base center. And these 3 atoms are inside this whole thing. So what will be the contribution? 1.
3, 1.
Because see, this is the whole box which is with you. So these 3 balls are only within the box, right?
Yes, sir.
So I can say plus Z equal to 6. Now see, what is important in this case is, if I tell you to find the packing fraction in this case, can you do it?
Yes, we can find the volume of the whole thing and
How do you find the volume of this thing? That's the whole task.
Area into the height.
area and
Area of base into height. So you have to find this height.
Yeah.
Okay, if this is h, then I think this is h by 2.
It's touching, no?
No, basically it's touching. That's why this is h by 2, no?
No, as in.
No. This is the box. Do not get confused. This is only a structure, and these are the balls which are given to you.
Are the walls in the middle layer touching the ones in the top layer?
Still you cannot say this is equal to 4R.
No, obviously we can't say it's equal to 4R, but.
Yeah,
are
but
they
actually yeah, it is superimposed. If I say you can compress it and see. That's right. How will you find the volume of this? Try it solving. Try solving for the packing fraction of this whole thing. What will be the packing fraction? I can say it will be Z into 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by volume into 100. Now do it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
We're supposed to calculate the packing fraction in terms of H.
No, we have to
No.
find it.
Give me an exact percentage. See, I'll give you one hint. Take this side, okay, and take this center, okay. If I make an equilateral triangle like this, so this is an equilateral triangle, A, clear? And you have a hexagon, tetrahedron, sorry. You have to find this height h. Let this be x. This is 90 degree. What will this be equal to?
So 90
X square plus X square.
Okay, I will draw this diagram. Wait. See. If I take this point, I say this is as A, I say this is B, this is C, and this is D. This is a triangle which I have made by taking one side of this, and I know since this whole figure is regular, this triangle is also regular. So this this tetrahedron will also be a regular tetrahedron, because you are taking everything as a. You're getting my point. So if I take this as A, B, D, C. What's the volume you are getting in terms of A?
And the volume I'll have to calculate because I have to take the base area also. That
Root
is
3 by 4A square into 6.
4A square into 6.
24 root 2A or 24 root 2R, something like that. See, everyone. So what I can say is, if this is A, then since it is regular, this is A, and this is also A. So I have to find this height h by 2. I can say this is x. Now if I say this is the triangle,
So I'm getting 3 root 2 A cube by 4.
24?
3 root 2 A cube by 4.
No. एक minute, just a second. 3?
Only the volume is 3 root 2.
Right. That's right. So this is a, I can say if I take the triangle BDC, it is an equilateral triangle. If this is x and this is a, what will be x cos 30? A by 2. Are we clear? See the task which is given to us is to find this whole height h, right? So
Can you reconnect?
Yeah, of course.
reconnect. It's fine now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, the task given to you is to find the height of this whole thing. Why? Because if I know the height, I can say area of the base into height equal to the volume of this whole thing. Clear?
Yes.
Now, how do we find the area of the base? We know it's a regular hexagon, so 6 equilateral triangles. So 6 into root 3 by 4 a square. That is clear, right? So what I am saying is, if I make an equilateral triangle, if I say this is h by 2, if I say this height is h by 2, I say this distance is x, and I say this is a regular tetrahedron. Why it will be a regular tetrahedron? Because we are taking it in a regular figure, and all things are equal. So the height and this figure will also be a symmetrical figure. So if this is a, this also has to be a. Are we clear? Now see, this I have imagined. This is not that this structure is shown to you. This is just a way of calculating the height. This tetrahedron is not existent.
A, B, C, D.
A, B, C, D. Yeah.
So, but BD is
No,
not
no, no,
equal
no,
to
no.
BC.
Forget it. That is not the same triangle. Okay. Assume that you have a center which is here, and from this I am drawing a equilateral triangle. That is clear?
BC. So which one? BC.
No, because I know this side is A. You take a triangle here. This is not BC. Now it is clear. See, that's a way of solving it. One thing which you can do is you can do it with coordinate. How can you do it with coordinate? Assume the center to be 0, 0, 0. This will be 0, 0, h by 2. You know by this will be 0, just a second.
Depends if positive x-axis or negative x-axis, y-axis comes.
It depends. See, what I am telling you is this whole thing you are going to do. Have you done vectors in 3D?
No.
Okay, so in vectors in 3D, this is a question which is given to you. If they give you a pyramid and they ask you to find the height. So what you do in that case is you take a coordinate. So if this is 0, 0, 0, and if you take this is the x-axis and say this is the y-axis and this is the z-axis. So you can find this coordinate in terms of x and y. X cos theta I cap, y z theta j cap, and you know what is this x.
Have a relation.
You getting my point?
You're not getting the relation between.
X and Y.
I
No.
got that. Oh, I got confused. As in which triangle are we considering?
No, that's the thing I'm telling you. That's a technique of doing it. Why I'm considering the triangle is, I know because it is a symmetrical figure. I know this height. If suppose I draw a triangle with a side A at the bottom, I can say that will be acting as a base of the pyramid.
So that
Huh.
would
How
be
can
a
you
side.
say that the length from the center to that point?
Because that will be a regular tetrahedron.
Why will it be a regular tetrahedron?
Because we are taking a regular figure. That's the reason. If you are enclosing something in a regular figure, everything will be symmetric. It cannot be a triangle which is not symmetric because everything is symmetric. So if a symmetric figure you are taking, everything which will fit into that will also be symmetric, or else it will not be symmetric. You getting my point? Because of this is symmetric, this is symmetric, and this is symmetric. Hence, I can say a triangle or the rectangle or the tetrahedron which I am taking.
No, we can say it might be depending on what we take as. If it's not A, if we take the side as S, and then we can say it will be symmetrical, but not for any value of the.
No, but that will not fit into this. If you take the side to be S, then that is not going to be tetrahedron which is going to fit into this. The only tetrahedron which will fit into this symmetric tetrahedron will be of the side A.
No, but what is the base of the tetrahedron? As in, what have you taken the sides? But where is it? On this.
No, it is not existent. It is not existent. That's what I am saying. If you assume that there is a hypothetical tetrahedron which is there, then that is going to be the case. It is not existent.
Base somewhere, as in there is a structure which is there. So what are we assuming as the base of the tetrahedron? How do I explain?
No, if you
You can't,
take it,
you can't hypothetically take A and then take a distance. Obviously, you're dropping a perpendicular to some plane or something.
so that perpendicular will be at the center of this thing. I'm not taking it to be hypothetical. It is actually existent. If you take a tetrahedron like this with the edge of this corner as A and you put it here, it will be here only. But that base A is going to be present somewhere here. You're getting my point. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to. If you actually take a tetrahedron and you fit it, it will be existent. It is not that it is not existent. That's what I'm telling you. You have to assume that there is a shape like this which will be existent. That is because I know it a priori. That's a different thing. But even if you don't want to do it by this way, you can do it by coordinate and apply distance formula. So if you take this base,
relation between it.
what happened?
We need relation between. We need to know some distance to actually calculate it.
But you know this distance, no? This
Yeah,
is
we know
A.
this distance. Obviously, with that or the coordinates already tell us what the distance is.
So
So we'll have to use some relation to find h. How does h come into the picture?
why you know this now? This will be in terms of A and something else. So if I find this distance will also come because I know these points. I know this height is h by 2. So I know these points and then I can find the equation of this plane. This can be calculated. This you will do and then you will do vectors in 3D, definitely. The relation which you need is between A and H, right?
Yeah, so we need.
And in this plane also you will have the equation of this plane. So one equation you will be getting is you have the equation of this plane and you have the equation of this plane. So this point will be lying on that plane. So the second equation which you will get is due to the fact that this point is lying on that plane. So this point will satisfy the equation of plane. You're getting my point?
Yeah, but then
This
that
line you
plane-
have.
in that plane, the plane we're going to take as the top plane will have a value of h as a. I mean, it will be a function of h and a.
No, but you also have this thing as something, no?
This
And
plane
this
will
point
take
is going to lie in the plane. Either this, if you have equation of this plane, this and this plane are parallel to each other.
Yeah.
So if I know the equation of this plane, I know this point is lying in the plane. If I know the equation of this plane, I know this point is lying on this plane. Just like you have two lines, right? And you have 2 points.
We have a plane. Obviously, if we raise it by h by 2 and the other coordinates remain the same, obviously that plane will be parallel to it. We haven't actually used any condition as such.
No, you can find it because you know it is a regular thing. Only because you know all the coordinates, you can still find this relation H. No, that's not maybe, that's true. I know it because I have done it. It's not that I'm just saying it because I just know the answer. It's not that.
It must be a definition of a regular hexagon with a relation between h and a. Because otherwise, I mean, what do you mean by regular? How can I
Regular
explain
means
it?
everything is same. That's the reason I'm giving you. I know because it's a regular tetrahedron.
So I understand what a regular polygon is. Fine. I can understand that all the sides are a. But if I change the h to some other value, what do you mean by a regular thing?
How can you change it? It will not fit. That's the point. You simply cannot change because the fitting also has to be there. All these atoms are based. See, what is happening is the other 3 atoms are perfectly placed in these spaces. That's also one condition which you have to take into account. So if they are perfectly fit into these spaces, then the only case which is possible is the structure which you are taking has to be a regular structure, because if you take anything else, this fitting won't be there.
Who's the right one?
You're getting my point now? Are we clear? See, it's the constraint which you are having is the fitting is also there and it is perfect all the time.
No, we can take a tetrahedral which is the base, as in the 3 points are the centers of the 3 balls in the center plane. No, the above one. The plane above
Okay.
it, yeah. And one as the center of the lower surface. That's a tetrahedral which is regular. Because
That is the
that's-
same thing. That is the same thing. What you are doing is exactly.
The side edge is 2r, not 8. How's
No.
it 8? If we connect 2, obviously the length is 2r.
Which length is 2r? What are you saying? You're saying this length is 2r.
The distance between the two.
This is 2r. This is right. A equal to 2r. This is right always. Now tell me what is the next thing which you want to say. That is the same thing. You are doing it like this. See the tetrahedral which you are building is like this. What I am building is like this. It is one and the same thing. The height is going to be same in both the cases. What you are saying is you build this triangle. What I am saying is you build this triangle.
You can, that's what I'm asking. That will be a regular one, right?
Definitely it will be. That is the thing which I am doing. See, the point was, if I want to explain it to you, the better thing is, I take this as the vertex. Because if I take this as the base, then you will say, how can you take this height to be h by 2? That was the reason. And these two are exactly same. This equal to this, because if height of this is h by 2, getting my point? See, a equal to 2r because they are always touching. But we are finding this.
I was taking it as A as something else for some reason. That is why. I was sure.
Now it is fine?
Yeah.
So once you have this regular tetrahedron, what I can say, this is h by 2 and this is x. I can first find out x. How can I find x? Don't sleep. This is x, so I can say x. This angle is 30 degree. I can say x cos 30 equal to a by 2. And I can say x square plus h square by 4 equal to a square. If I take this triangle. Right? So I can now find h in terms of a. X is nothing but cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. X equal to a root 3. So I can say x square plus h square by 4. This will be a root 3. So this will be 3a square. So what I can say?
X is A by root 3.
A by root 3, sorry. H square by 4 equal to 2a square by 3. Or I can say h equal to 8a square by 3. Clear? And I know a equal to 2r. So I can say h equal to 8 into 4r square by 3. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
So
what I can say, if I have to find the volume of this whole thing,
so h will be root of this.
volume will be area of base into h. So what is area of base? 6 into root 3 by 4 a square. Clear? And what will be the height? H. What is h? This will be cancelled. And what I can say about a is 4r, so this will be 6 into 4r square by 4. And this will be 24 root 2 r cube equal to. So if you have the volume as this, what you can say? Z equal to 6, 4 by 3 pi r cube by 24 root 2 r cube into 100, and this will come out to be 74% again. See, so I can say HCP is as efficient as FCC. We'll come to know that what is the basic difference between HCP and FCC just after you solve this. We will do something known as AB-AB type of packing and ABC-ABC type of packing. When it is AB-AB type of packing, it is known as HCP. And it is ABC-ABC type of packing, it is known as FCC. Why are we discussing these two? Because both of the packings are equally efficient, because the packing fraction of both are coming out to be exactly same.